Hello and welcome. You're watching the FNO show. We'll take you through all the FNO activity in this very volatile market. The markets, despite every brokerage upgrading the counter. But we have with us Ajit, Mishra and Brijesh of IDBI both joining in with their view on the markets. Ajit, I'll start with you. Maximum call AI has been seen at levels of 22,500. The VIX continues to trade very firm, which obviously means that option premiums are also quite expensive. In a market such as this, where you've got to make volatility your friend, what is the trade on the index?
Yeah, good morning, Samina. So, yes, Samina, we are still seeing that volatility is still haunting the traders, though we have seen a respite after yesterday's trade of, testing crucial support at 21,800 mark. But we feel that time close to around 200, 300 zone will continue to act as a strong hurdle where we have short-term averages plus trend line resistance also of the rising channel. So, keeping that in mind, I feel for the index, at least for a time being now, one should not be aggressive. And look for shorting opportunity once we inch closer to 22,200 mark with stop at 300. And in case if it again witnesses dip towards 21,900 zone for a buying opportunity. In between, one can refrain from any aggressive trade in the index. And same hold true for the banking index also, though we have seen a recovery in banking pack as well. But until we break decisively 48,000 mark, I doubt there will be any meaningful recovery. So for the indices, I feel it's prudent to wait for the decisive breakout of 22,300 to 48,000 for any sustained recovery. In the meanwhile, stay stock specific and focus on the sectors largely defensive where we are seeing consistency in the trend. The rest are playing a supportive role on the rotational basis.
Right, that's the view coming in on the index. Avoid taking any aggressive positions, right?
So talk about stocks which are there on their radar. Ajit, back to you on what looks interesting to you in terms of trade.
Though we are seeing that the tone is negative, but certain pockets wherein we are seeing strength, one is auto. And among the auto majors, Maruti is something that we like. After the marginal retracement from its recent highs, we have seen a base formation in Maruti, and today we have seen a breakout in the same as well. So we are anticipating that it might retest the previous swing high soon. Close to 13,000 is something that we are eyeing. So one can go long in Maruti with 12,700 being the stop. And the other stock from the metal space, so metal also is largely holding strong. Though there were days of a bit of consolidation in some of these metal names, but Jindal Steel is outperforming the pack. The stock is trading at the record highs, and the kind of breakout that we are seeing in the stock today with volume that indicates that momentum may extend further. So 840 is what we are eyeing in Jindal Steel. So with stop at 945 in Jindal Steel, I guess there's some issue with the levels. I'll just recheck. Yeah, so the stop is at 945 and for the target of around 1040.
Brijesh, what about you? What are your trades this morning? Anything on the long side, short?
Ajit, it's been a tough spot to be in, specifically if you were long in Tata Motors yesterday. A lot of these, longs were trapped, potentially forced out of their positions. But at the moment and here on, what's the way forward in Tata Motors?
So, Adam, you rightly mentioned because the day before the earning announcement, the stock ended with a positive bias while holding above the breakout zone of the consolidation range. So, it's definitely surprised the participants after this sharp reaction on the negative side yesterday. I think that one should not get carried away with this dip, considering that the overall tone is positive and one should utilize this opportunity to go long or add. I think if you have an existing position, you may hold with 945 spot being the strict stop. And in case if it manages to reclaim 1000 levels again, then it can record high. Otherwise, it's likely to trade sideways to negative with 900, 910 being the next major support. So for a time being now, it's an avoid in the auto space, and for the existing position, 945 should be the strict stop.
Brijesh, a couple of other stocks that are on momentum this morning is HAL, BDL, and all your shipyard ones. So Cochin, Green, Garden Reach are all
over here. I reckon that the risk-reward ratio for the long side may not be favorable, but what is your opinion here?
As you rightly pointed out, been among the top performer. In fact, from September 2022 till date, I just see only single quarter with the stock ending in red. So it's been a steady performer, very strong vertical up move that we have seen from 1,000 to 6,500. Before numbers, since we have already seen a very sharp move, both ABB and Siemens, yesterday they were up strongly with volumes. We may see a bit of a profit taking and consolidation post numbers and any dip towards, let's say, 6,300, 6,400 zone. Around that area, one can look for fresh buying, not the current level. And if you have an existing position also, you should definitely think about booking some partial profit around the current levels and maintain a stop at 6,300 to hold for the event.
Besides that, we also have a handful of other names